different today. I'm off to do a collaboration. Just jumped in the car, just leaving home now, and it's about an hour and 15 minutes drive, going down to Cading Mill Valley. I'm going down to meet someone. I'll introduce you to him when I get down there. It was his idea of the location. I've never been there before, so yeah, all good, and I'll see you in a little while when we get there. Said, this is my first collaboration video, which I'm really excited, but what's really special about this one is that not only is this videographer one of my favourite vloggers, but also he's one of my favourite photographers as well. So all the way from up in Yorkshire, this is Paul Johnson.
Paul? I'm getting out of here. I hope you heard that. That was really rude and disgusting of him. I'm going home. Right. He's got to introduce himself now and again. So, while I'm vlogging.
So for my first video, so for my first collaboration, this is one of my favourite videographers and photographers, Paul Compton.
Paul Johnson.
I thought you had a
Mind
bacon butty.
Pretty good though, isn't he? No bacon butties here, and I haven't brought the camper van, sorry. Put a silly hat on if you want. Right, I've just shown you a bit of an intro. It wasn't my intro, but it was John's intro. And as you've probably now guessed, John Greenwood. Thought I'd come down and
hey Paul fans,
have a bit of a go. He's decided he's going to have a bit of a fun session. It's now starting to rain. When I turned up here, these hills were all backlit by real dark stormy grey colour, and all the sun was shining down, pockets of light everywhere, absolutely fantastic. Now it's just grey. Anyway, we're going lightweight today. Got the GoPro on. I'm trying out this new Hero 7. Hopefully it's better than the Hero 5 that I threw in the bin. No I didn't, I sent it back. So I've got the Hero 7 now, and I'm back to the old H1 recorder. So I thought I'd give it a go. It's raining. I'm donning a brand new coat. I hope you all like my brand new coat. Me and the wife have got one, and the wife's at home of course. John's donning that famous hat of his, and he's cold, bless. And he's also put his wellies on, because you know me, if there's anywhere near water I'll end up in it, and he's not taking any risks. He's got his on as well. So right, we're going to head up that way, and we'll see you in a bit. Just literally walked, well, I don't know, 200 yards. The car's literally just down there. Just walking up this little bit of a brook, river, which is coming down through the valley. And I said to John, I said, this is really nice. I didn't quite realise this was quite as pretty up here, because I've always driven over the road at the top and never actually taken time to walk up the valley. Good job I've got the wellies on, because I spotted this, if I can try and show you on here. The waterfall, the cascade, is actually coming down and hitting the back of the rock, so it's splashing up over the rock. So I think that's quite a unique waterfall shot. As you can see, John's getting his gear out, and I'm going to have to do the same, I think. I'm on the Fuji today, so I'm shooting small and lightweight, but yeah, I quite like that. Camera time. He's just turned around and caught me. As you can see, oh, he's got his Calvin Kleins on. We'll be all right with that. As long as he's in a shower, I don't care what he's wearing. Oh. As you can see, John's in the water. Precariously balanced one of his foots just now on a nice big boulder down there. It really looked really slippy. And I thought to myself, if I can keep the camera rolling and he steps back, he's going in, and that'd be like a wicked bit of Christmas B-roll, wouldn't it? Yeah, where are we? What are we? Cading Mill Valley. Just taking a walk up the valley. Like I say, never been here before. John's getting a picture of this waterfall, or this little cascade. Just the way the water's hitting the back of that rock's fantastic. So I'm going to get in and do the same. I can sort of see a composition from where I am, almost from the middle of the water. We've got 3 rocks then. You've got one rock there which is sort of leading you to it. The second rock over on the left, coming up to the bigger boulder that's got the water splashing behind it. So all in all, I reckon that'll make a nice little picture. I know we haven't got all the massive light here, but the flat light will probably help this sort of a shot anyway. So I'm going to get it on, I'm going to get the Fuji out and see what I can make of it.
There you go. It's your turn now, right?
Oh, cheers. Right, what I'm trying to do is, as you can see, I'm in the water. I'm just trying to now move around without getting my feet too deep in the water, trying to get a decent composition. I just had the camera horizontal and it doesn't work for me at all. My focus point, obviously, in this image is going to be that main rock with the water splashing over the top. The tricky part of this image is trying to get the right balance between flow, splashes, and exposure. I'm on a 2-second timer and on the Fuji I'm at ISO 200. Now I'm letting the camera decide what the shutter speed is, and at the moment it's about 1/15 of a second at f8, which is giving me plenty of movement in the water. The way I've balanced the image on this shot is, like I say, I've got these 3 rocks. I've taken the 3 rocks leading you in, and the flow from the water coming around from the top right hand corner. The histogram's quite well balanced, constantly changing as the water's changing. I'm going to put a filter on. I'm going to bung a filter on the front, and without dipping my bum in the water, and slow it down even more and see if it makes any difference. I'm using some relatively cheap ND filters. This is supposed to be an ND4, not so sure whether it is. This is slowing me down. I'm now at 1/4 of a second. It might be quite a nice image if you go wider. Oh, that's a better shot. I'm at 18mm on the standard kit lens. I'm going to take a couple because the water's changing all the time. Sometimes it splashes up higher, sometimes you get a stronger flow at the bottom. It's different, it's quite nice. I'm going to try and move around and try and get another one. Some of these rocks are quite slippy here. Plenty of people around. Right, let's see if we can make this slightly different. This is a bit of a better composition maybe. We've got the waterfall cascade coming in from the top. Again, the 3 rocks. And the splashing's amazing. Camera level, use a self-leveler in the camera. Focus on the rock, put it back in. 2-second timer. Just hope the splashes are going to come and pop over the top. We're making our way up the river, and it's pretty. It is a lovely little river. It's a lovely valley. Surprised I've never been here before. It's pissing it down. It's raining, sideways raining. Look at that for a tree. There's some lovely trees here. Awesome. There's a tree over there. Again, if you add a bit of colour on it, bang, beautiful. Proper gnarly old trees. Lovely little river. All right, it's probably flowing more than normal. Yeah, but look at these gnarly trees. Beautiful. Really, really cool. I'd love anything like that. Love anything like that. Ah, now we're getting into the waterfall section. Oh, and if you are coming down here, Wellingtons are a must. Unless you've got some seriously good waterproofs. Oh yeah, now we're looking at it. This is looking better and better. Getting me older waterproofs a bit of a run for their money as well. Yeah, this is cool. I like the fact that you can walk in the river. I like all these cascades. Yeah, it just goes up and up. Up through there and up through there. Right, let's have a look, see if we can do something here then. Again, the light's flat, but who really cares? Right, I've made a stupid error. I've come out with the new GoPro Hero 7. Yay, fantastic little camera, but I've left the spare battery in the car. What a numpty. So, as you can see, my battery just died. I'm still in the same place. Oh look, John, you've got a sheep coming into your picture. Quick, be quick. He's posing for it. Just said to John, I said, this makes quite a nice image, even in this rain. You've got this sweeping little river leading down into the valley that's all cloaked in the rain and mist down there now. And there's a sheep just parked himself on this pathway. So I might have to quickly flick this off and bang a shot handheld. Back in a sec. Right, well I'm back on the Fuji filming. As you know, the GoPro's dead and I've left my battery in the car. Just talking to John and said I'm not sure about shooting waterfalls going backwards. Now they make cracking leading lines going down through the country and leading your eye into trees and valleys and things like that. But leading up, you get nothing beyond it. Leaning down, you get the countryside behind it. Sorry about the water spots as well. I'm going to try this shot. Down here I've got this big boulder and I like the water going either side of it like a big Y shape. So I'm going to try and set the camera up here and try and get an image here. I won't be able to vlog too much while I'm doing it because, well, I've got to use the camera to shoot on. So yeah, I'll cut you off here and I'll show you the images if I get anything out of it, and I'll chat again when I get a bit further along. Sorry about this. What an absolute schoolboy today, eh? Schoolboy. John's having a go as well. It's all good. I'm having a laugh anyway. As you can see, John's found himself a beautifully placed leaf that just must have come off a tree or whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called now. Anyway, it's a leaf. It's come down the river and it's just landed on the edge of that rock perfectly. He's cheating, he's put it there. Honest, he did. I'll show you the video, I've got my phone. Don't tell anybody. But I'm going to get a shot of it as well, I think. Well, as you can see, the weather's a bit horrible and it's not too good at all. It's turned a bit wet and rainy. Yeah, the light that was coming out a little while ago has not come out, so we stopped here for a little while. We got the camera out, took a couple of selfies of the waterfall, but everything's just getting soaked now, so we think best thing to do is to pack the cameras away, head back down to the car, and yeah, I'll go down and get the GoPro, and hopefully if there's not too much rain on that, or you should I say, then I'll see you back down at the car. I'm going to pack everything away now, try and stop it from getting too wet, and yeah, I'll speak to you when I get back to the car. I'm back on. I've got the GoPro working again. Yeah, sorry about all that. The battery went dead, so you've been looking at footage on my phone, on my iPhone 6. I took some footage on there. I used my Fuji X-T2 as well for a little bit of footage. At the moment, I'm sat in the boot of my car. As you can see, I'm sat on the boot of the car. I daren't look round the corner because the wind is absolutely hailing up on the top. We've come to the top of the valley now, and I'm taking shelter pretty much underneath my boot. That is why it's worth buying a car like this rather than a normal saloon, because you can actually sit under your tailgate and still get photographs. 2 minutes ago, the light down there, down that way, was absolutely stunning, and it was, oh God, absolutely stunning, and all the light was down in the valley, and there was these beautiful recessions over there. So I grabbed the Fuji out, put the long lens on it, and yeah, by the time I turned around, it was gone. It's very grey. John's sitting in his car, as you can see there. He's sitting there and keeping nice and dry and warm. I'm going to go and jump in his car in a minute. We're looking for a place up here. I think the place we're looking for is behind you, but I'm not sure. But we're having a look on Google Maps, see if we can try and find the place. The light's coming out again over there now, so I'm going to watch this, because if you get a spell of light, it's going to look stunning down there in the valley. We'll see. Anyway, just checking in, letting you know I've got the battery going and the GoPro's working again. So if we do find something else to photograph, I'll switch it back on. Right, we've made a retreat back to the car. We've come up onto the top of the downs. We've had a drive right back over that side, and we couldn't see what we were looking for. But on the way back, the view in front of us is pretty awesome. The only problem is it's hailing, and it hurts. Got stinging on the ears, and it was blowing an absolute stupid hoolie outside the car. So we've jumped back in the car, and yeah, basically just going to try and sit out a bit of this weather. But I do like the recessions, and it just so happens I've got the camera on the back seat, so I might try and shoot. The only problem is I opened the door just now and it ripped it out of my hands. I nearly ripped the door off the hinges. So when I get home tomorrow, I'm going to have to have a look at it in the morning to make sure I haven't done any damage to the door. But if I have, there's not much I can do about it. Yeah, it's pretty awesome though. If the weather's going to kick off, it's going to be here. So look at them recessions now, they're awesome.
That is good.
Just I can't tell between what's a recession, what's rain. But yeah, all in all, it's good fun. This is it, we're out the car. Blowing an absolute hoolie still. John's vlogging, trying to at least. I've got my little mic on, my lapel mic, so I might survive a bit of the wind. And like I said earlier, I managed to get my GoPro working again, which is all good. The weather's coming in from behind us and it's blowing an absolute gale. But the view this way, down there, oh, the view that way is stunning. Really, really pretty. Yeah, some cracking looking hills. All we need to try and do now is find a bit of a composition if the light does break. We keep getting these little gaps in the clouds, but I think the gaps in the clouds have got less. Behind us, as you can see, it's like bleeding Armageddon. And he's lost his muff, bless him. His muff's fallen off. So yeah, we're just going to wander around now, see if we can find something that might make a composition and get one more image for the day. Fingers crossed. Right, hopefully you can hear me. Let's unpop of this, because I know the microphone's in here somewhere. You should be able to hear me. Yeah, I've stopped here. John's took a wander over there and he's getting blown off his feet. Well, both are really. My fingers have gone numb now. It's gone really, really cold. I've left all my gear in my other bag, which is stupid really. Really had a bad schoolboy day I have today. Very unprofessional. I've stopped here. The light's gone. It's about 5 to 4, nearly 4 o'clock, so the sun must have already gone past the horizon now. The light's starting to drop off. I do just like this scene though, and there's some light coloured grasses here, which I quite like. It's just giving you a natural lead in, and it's a separation between the image. I'm going to set the camera up quickly, get myself a shot of this, call this one the end of the day, and just hopefully try and draw some of this mood and cold that I'm feeling at the moment out the image. This is going to be an absolutely stunning, spectacular place in the summertime when the heather's out, so I'm definitely coming back up here. Yeah, definitely one for the future. But for now, I'm going to get this image, and then I'll check out and just show you the image and check out afterwards. So yeah, give me 5 and I'm going to do this. Right, hopefully you can hear me okay, because the wind is now right in our faces. I just had the camera out. As I said before, I was going to get the camera out and try and get a couple of photos of that grasses leading down into the valley. The light was really flat, it's not very interesting at all, but I'm going to see what I can make out of the image and see if it's possible to turn something nice out of something that's not so nice. At the moment we're just walking across here and we're thinking to ourselves, where the hell did we park the car? So you can really see how easily it is to get disorientated up on these fells. We know the car's just over there, but if you lost your tracking and it comes over, the mist comes over now, or you had a snow out or white out, you could easily get lost. The light didn't happen, we didn't get the sunset, not from this point anyway. I've had a good day out, or good afternoon out anyway. It's been quite interesting, and I made a complete hash of me videoing and me vlogging with having no battery for my GoPro and taking footage on my phone and then leaving my mic running when I shouldn't do and getting my camera wet and you name it, I did it. But it's been fun. It's been fun meeting John. He's a bit of a laugh. He plays a very serious character and he's not really. No, he's alright. He's well worth checking out some of his vlogs. He's been doing it for nearly 2 years, but he doesn't seem to have the subscriber rate for some strange reason. Apart from him being rubbish, of course. No, really, he does some good vlogs. I watched one this afternoon, top 10 tips on autumn, I think it was, and it's well worth watching for next autumn anyway. So yeah, I'll put a link for John down below. God, and I hope you can hear me. I'll put a link down below for John, and I'll also tag his video onto the end card for you. Well worth watching. I'm interested to see how he managed to vlog in this today. So I'm going to check out, say thanks for watching. I know it's been a strange one. Back to normal next week, and we'll see you all soon. One last word from you, John?
Bye.
Bye. Ciao for now.